Hi guys, welcome to Tuesday. We've got a great workout for you today with snatches and overhead squats as well as some cardio. So for the warm-up, we're going to go 45 seconds on, 15-second transition. I want you to start with your cardio. So if you're at the gym, your rower, skier, bike, any of those work. If you're at home, you can either jump rope or go for a quick jog. After that, we're going to go weighted PVC pass-throughs, and then we're going to switch over to figure eights at the halfway point. So for the pass-throughs, remember we're going to use that snatch grip, so the bar should hit right in that hip crease with the arms out straight. For our pass-throughs, I'm going to keep my arms straight, I'm going to shrug up and over the head, and then I'll switch directions and come back forward. For the figure eights, I'm going to widen out my feet. I'm going to lean back and rotate around my hips, opening up my shoulders and my spine. You can switch directions if you want, but you only have about 25 seconds, so just more important to really get the shoulders and hips loosened up. If you're at home and you don't have access to a PVC, what I'd like you to do is just use your jump rope, just kind of pull it together in half, and then use that for your pass-throughs and your figure eights. If you don't have a jump rope at home, then you can just do some reverse shoulder circles. So you just keep the arms out straight and then just circle in reverse. Next, we're going to go either kettlebell or dumbbell goblet squat. So for the dumbbell, you're just going to hold one head, get your feet set up in your squat stance. You're going to squat down, keep that chest up, push those knees out, stand, and repeat. After that, we're going to go into our swings. So if you have the dumbbell, I like to interlock the fingertips like so. I'm going to hike and then extend out overhead. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can just go to shoulder height for our Russian swings. Next, we're going to go weighted PVC power snatch. So for this, we're going back to that nice wide grip. Should be hook gripping. We're going to start with the feet underneath us, shoulders are down and back. I'm going to push my knees out, and then I'm going to fold at the hips, coming down just below the knees. From here, I'm going to keep the bar close, jump and punch overhead, stand up nice and tall. When I come down, I'm reversing the movement. So I'm folding into my hips, pushing my hips back, pushing my knees out, and setting up for my next rep. If you're at home, what I want you to do is go single arm snatches with your weight. So dumbbell or kettlebell, weight's going to be between the feet, and you're just going to zip the coat, lock out overhead, come back down, tap, and zip. So you're keeping that weight nice and close to your body the whole time. We're going to go back to the PVC for the next one, and we're going to go overhead squats. So again, wide grip still, regular grip, no hook grip. So from here, I'm in my squat stance. I'm going to go butt back, knees out, keep the bar right over the center of my mass, and stand. So I'm really thinking about pulling this bar apart and keeping it right over the center of my mass, keeping my chest up, my knees out. If you're at home, what I want you to do is do the opposite arm power snatches. So if you did the right arm last minute, this minute I want you to do the left arm with power snatches. Then at the gym, we're going to be doing empty barbell power snatches, or if you're at home, I want you to go back to that right arm and do either overhead squat or front squat with your weight. So what that's going to look like, if you have one weight, you can just snatch it up overhead, and then from here, perform your squat. I like to keep this other arm out just to help balance. And I'm actively pressing up into that weight. If that's too challenging for you, just bring it down to this front rack position. Still, feet are in the same position, knees out, butt back, stand and repeat. And then lastly, at the gym, we'll go empty barbell overhead squat. If you have trouble with the overhead squat with the barbell, what you can do instead is back squat. So you can snatch the weight up, catch it on your back, and then go into your back squat. To get the weight off, you're going to jump it overhead and then bring it back down. And then lastly, if you're warming up at home, I just want you to use the opposite arm to warm up either that overhead squat or your front squat. After that, you're going to take 3 to 5 minutes to get to your working weight for your snatches and your squats. Then for the WOD, has 3 parts. So part 1, we have 3 rounds. The timer's just going to be counting up the whole class. So we're going to go 8 power snatches. I want a challenging weight, but something you can complete in 1 to 2 sets. If you're at home, I want you to do either somewhere between 8 and 16 alternating dumbbell or kettlebell snatches. It really depends on the weight there. So if you have like 1 heavy weight, then I would say 8 reps is good, so it'll be 4 on one arm, 4 on the other. Maybe if you have a lighter weight, you're going to go 16 reps total, so that way 8 on one arm, 8 on the other. So it really just depends on what weight you have in terms of it being heavier or lighter, and therefore how many reps you do. I don't want this first part to take more than a minute, so just watch the clock and make sure you stay within that minute. It's really more likely going to be about 30 seconds, maybe 45. After that, we're going to go 2 minutes on our machine for calories, so row ski or bike. If you don't have a machine at home, double unders or penguin claps, and you're going for reps in those 2 minutes. After that, we're going to go 2-minute rest, and you're going to repeat this 2 more times, so 3 rounds total. Your score is going to be your total calories or reps over the 3 rounds. Okay? At the end of the 3 rounds and the rest of 2 minutes, you're going to rest 3 more minutes, so 5 total minutes. During this 5 minutes, you're going to get your bar ready for part 2, which is our squat. So this is going to be just 2 rounds. Timer's going to continue counting up. You're going to go 12 overhead squats, again, challenging weight, but completed in 1 to 2 sets. You could also sub back squats if you need to, or if you're at home, use 1 or 2 dumbbells or kettlebells for front squats. Again, it really just depends on the weight you have and how good you are with that overhead squat, or if you need to front squat. And again here, we want it to take a minute or less, so watch that clock, and if you are over on a minute, then go ahead and switch over to the next part, which is a 400-meter run, row, ski, or bike for time. Okay, so you're going to do your 12 overhead squats, then you're going to go for your run, and I want you to time your run. You're going to rest for 2 minutes and do that 1 more time. Your score is going to be your slowest time. Okay, so you're incentivized to go fast on both because your slowest time is going to be your score. After the second round here, you're going to rest for 3 more minutes, so 5 total minutes. And at the very end, we're going to finish off with a little bit of core work. You're going to do 50 V-ups for time. I want these to be the most beautiful V-ups you've ever done. All right, so we're looking for virtuosity here. Our RX, we are going to have a nice flat back. We're going to be in our hollow body position. We're going to keep the legs and arms straight. Come up, touch the toes, return to our hollow every time. Okay. If you need to scale, what I want you to do are knee-ins. So we're going to go back to that hollow body, pull the knees in, and come back out. You can further scale by keeping the arms at your side, okay, but we're always returning to that nice hollow body position. And then our last scale would be a regular sit-up. You can use an ab mat if you need to. We're going to go back, touch the shoulders, come up, touch in front of your toes. You could add in a weight if you wanted to make the sit-ups maybe a little bit more challenging for that if the V-ups or the knee-ins are too challenging for you. So, things to capture in the comments and in Zen Planner. First will be your total calories or reps and what weight you used. Second will be your slowest time and what weight you used. And then third part is your time to complete those 50 V-ups or sit-ups or knee-ins. So if you have any questions, please let us know. I hope you have fun today. Move well today. Good luck and have fun.